This is episode 151 of Play PSVR 2, the podcast. We heard loud and clear, you want more. So we are back. I'm your host, Adam. We are here. Special guest this week, Justin Bieber. What?
Hey guys, I'm Justin Bieber. I sound like Alex, but I have Adam. I combed my hair after taking a shower today, and it ruined me for the rest of the day, looking like Justin. Let me push this back.
Hey, Alex.
Hey.
How does Justin Bieber remove a condom?
Oh, he has to get a ladder first.
No, he farts.
Ooh.
In seriousness, Alex, think about this. You got a new Alfa Romeo. It's you and a babe. It's a beautiful day, and you're driving down the street, the highway, wherever the heck you freaking live, under a bridge, maybe. Who knows? Nice day. You're living it up. You're going a little too fast, Alex. You don't see the stop sign. You have to hit something. There's a geriatric on the left, a 10-year-old kid on the right. What do you hit?
Geriatric.
Oh, wrong. You hit the brakes. What a horrible human. And you know what? Sony should have hit the brakes. I'm putting this headset on this personal computer of virtual reality. Even Shape Dog is with me, and I don't think he has ever, not once in the history of this podcast, agreed with me. He has never sided with me, and even this he does. It is bullcrap, Alex. We are having to talk about Steam games. Hit the brakes, Sony!
This isn't the Play Sony podcast. This isn't the Play PlayStation podcast. This is the Play PSVR podcast. And damn it, if the PSVR can play PC games, we're going to talk about it, damn it. Adam, don't skip the gamer juice. What's your gamer juice this week?
You have a point. I hate
Sorry, I know. I'm the Play PSVR 2, the podcast. But yes, gamer juice.
That's it. I realized for each episode, I'm going to have to rein it in. And that's why I've chosen the path. I'm choosing the path. And it's just sparkling lemon lime water. Sounds like
sometimes you go simple.
Oh.
It does kind of look like a bottle that like sexual lubricant would come in.
Dude, I'm going to squirt all over myself, and I can't help it here. I mean, it's just coming out.
I want to know what this path water was. That like a $6 bottle of water?
My friends from college, we always call it douche water. Anytime you buy water that's more than $1, because like only douches buy it. And yes, I guess I am a douche tonight.
I wonder why I'm not hearing about the price of this bottle like I heard about the price of that Gatorade that you got when we were in Orlando. 17 times you told me how much it cost.
The thing is, dude, first of all, I spent $2.50 on this. That Gatorade, which is much cheaper, which I can get anywhere for like 69 cents, I spent like $8 on. So don't even come back to me. This is pretty good. Aluminum bottle, which it's reusable.
Water. It's water.
It's sparkling water. It tastes good.
It's water that somebody spat in and shook up.
Well, Hawk Tui. What is it?
Hawk Tui. Adam, my drink. A colleague of mine recommended this bourbon, Larceny. This Kentucky bourbon. So I'm not a masculine man. I can't drink bourbon by itself, so I have to mix it.
You're masculine. You just gotta put your hair to the side there, girly boy.
Let me pour some of the bourbon, and then I gotta make it more palatable for my childish.
Wait, no. You take just a little sip of straight bourbon. See if it tastes good. You got a big ball. You got a big old ice ball in that mouth.
Yeah, right. In that mouth.
I thought you were gonna put the ball in your mouth.
No. No, the bourbon tastes good. It tastes good by itself. It's just. Okay, I'll leave it. I'll leave it for now.
Go ahead, do your thing. I just wanted you at least to try the bourbon first.
No, I think it's a good point because, like, then how are you going to discern the taste if you dilute it with Coke Zero? Like, I like Coke Zero. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go with the straight bourbon by itself with this giant, big old ice cube in there. And if I can't handle it, we might add some Coke Zero.
I mean, here's my thing, though. If you add the Coke, I think you're going to end up drinking more. which will get you more tipsy, which will make the second segment more entertaining. If you just drink it as is, you're not going to drink much because it doesn't taste as good. It's not as palatable.
How do we decide this, Adam? Do I just put this?
I think
Coke in here?
you got to go with your heart, man. You were going to add Coke to it. Add Coke to it.
No, because you're right. The rule is I have to finish this by the end of the podcast, right? And
yeah, the whole bottle of bourbon. So you better save.
Well, not the whole bottle of bourbon.
My thing is, what D-bag recommends a drink but doesn't buy it for you? Or did they buy it for
you? He had bought me some in the past. He doesn't live near me, so I told him something that he bought me in the past.
PayPal methods exist.
Listen to me, Adam. Something that he bought me in the past was really good. And I said, hey, I really like that, but it's like too expensive. What are some recommendations that are cheaper? And he recommended these. I said, okay, I'm going to go out and get some of those. He gave me like a list.
When something's too expensive for you, my gosh. Did you tell him you're the guy who spends money on games, plays 30 minutes, and never touches them again? Like, wow.
I forgot to tell him that
Here's the thing. I think that is common courtesy. If you recommend something to somebody, let's say a multiple hour-long game that's $60, you should buy it for that person because they may not like it. And then they don't suffer and have to continue just ingesting the garbage that is that bourbon or that is that.
Didn't I try to pay you for Legendary Tales? I thought I tried to send you $40 and you were like, no, don't do it.
I don't remember that.
I've bought you so many damn games in your life, Adam.
Yeah, and then I still haven't redeemed my Battle Zone. But regardless, speaking of Battle, I keep forgetting. Speaking of Battle Zone, again, PC VR is coming to PSVR 2. They're going to be compatible in August. Do we have an exact date? You research that, Alex, while I share. Our boy, Corporate Zombie, hit us up with an email. We're going to have a long list of fan shout-outs because we forgot to do it last week. But Corporate Zombie shot us an email. He's on. He wants to play Battlezone. He didn't need the code because he already has it. We still do have codes. If someone wants to play, you hit us up. We got you. But thank you for sending us an email.
I got the date. It's August 7th. Sorry to interrupt. I didn't want to forget. August 7th.
August 7th. So early on, the day before my dad's birthday. Also, I'm traveling on the 8th. So I'm gone a few days right afterward. Anyhow, regardless, Zombie, thank you for sending us an email at contact@playpsvr.com. Boom. We got Zombie to play Battlezone. We're ready we need one more to round it out. You don't have any, do you, Alex?
I don't have any fans?
Friends.
No, you're my only friend, and if you're not playing, then I'm up a creek.
Exactly. Hit us with the next shout out.
Next shout out, the first one is here. Shafe Dog said, for the first time, I'm completely agreeing with Adam. PSVR 2 players want that sweet console ease and convenience. We do not want to buy a PC to use this headset specific, especially with fewer features. PSVR 2 users like that simple plug and play method. We do not want to play on PC at 15 FPS on high setting and then settle for 72 frames at ultra low settings. Now, the thing is, this is what I'm looking forward to about the PSVR 2 on PC is I have a Quest 2. I've played PC VR with a Quest 2. I've played PC VR with the old Oculus 2, like the traditional Oculus. Those require a lot of finagling to get up and running to play PC. And what I'm happy about is that this adapter is going to be more of a plug and play. It's not going to be some weird crap where you can run like an Oculus app in the background or something like that. I'm hoping. My hope is that I plug in my PlayStation to this adapter, which is plugged into my GPU, and then I run Steam and I'm playing games. Now, to his point about like settings and stuff, like, yeah, some games are going to be too much for your computer. But what's nice is VR's been around for almost 10 years now, and you have options. So you can play some of the older games that you can't play on PSVR 2. So your old computer, Shafe Dog, should be able to handle it.
Yeah, the option is to support a company that supports their own products and brings the game to their system and their product. It's bullcrap. But
so they do that. I mean, so here's an example. They financed the production of Synapse. They financed the production of Horizon Call of the Mountain. They financed the production of these games. And then there are other games that they say, ooh, we really want that in VR. So they send the developer money and bring games like Resident Evil Village, Resident Evil 4, Vertigo 2 to the PlayStation VR ecosystem. And yet people like you and Shafe still complain that not enough is being done by Sony. I don't want Sony to make half-assed first part. I don't want them to make Ratchet and Clank the VR experience. It's like 2 hours long and it's not a Ratchet and Clank game. I don't want that. I don't want the Uncharted museum where you can virtually interact with the artifacts that you've captured in the Uncharted trilogy. I don't want that. I want an actual game, and Sony can't take their developers away from their actual games. It's going to sell 30 million copies on PS5. So instead, they're wise, they're intelligent, they pay other companies to bring these games over, and it works, and it's great, and we have one of the best libraries you can imagine for a console in this first year. But people like Adam, people like Shave, they just can't get themselves out of the way from having a good ass time. You son of a bitch! Get on to the next.
You haven't even played Resident Evil 4. Okay, here's the other thing. Way back, I just really love this. And now I screenshot the fan shout outs because I'm too like.
And then it's too zoomed out. You can't see it. Yeah.
Mark Mori walked 3158. Get a clue. Do you live with your mom? I don't, but I visit yours a lot. Oh, get cooked, son.
I just want the listeners to know that comment came from 3 weeks ago. So Adam was cooking on that burn for 3 weeks.
Well, hey, I put together the script this morning. So
okay. All right. Fair enough. No,
but,
I don't get that comment because the video was on that Tifa Lockhart like Jacko pose.
Because the whole time I was saying that's really disgusting that someone would want to spend $600 to display this thing on their mantle, and it's obviously insanely objectified and
like over sexualized, right? Yeah,
exactly. So he's saying, grow up. Be a man, like the Jacko pose and boobies, and you must live with your mom because you're a loser. I think.
Well, no, it confuses me because like that is classic live with your mom behavior to be like, Mom, I gotta put my anime girlfriend on the fireplace. Like that is live with your mom behavior, not living with your mom behavior. First of all, nothing wrong with living with your mom. That's fine, whatever. But what this guy's, I live with Adam's mom. I mean. Sometimes, but what's happening is that like this guy's implying that like you're some kind of a nerd for not over sexualizing the Tifa Lockhart butt in the air thing, which I think has like an option to look up her skirt or something. It's weird that like you're the nerd because you think it's gross. You're the nerd because you're like beating off to a statue off Temu.
It actually is a very high quality statue. But regardless, move on. Next one's about
next one. This guy RX Pharmacy Tech. I wonder what he does for a job. Nice video. System Critical: The Race Against Time is known as the hardest VR game of all time, but System Critical 2 is way easier for sure. He's got a flex. This was on one of our Mayday streams where I played System Critical. Now I thought this was interesting that he said System Critical 2 is known as the hardest VR game of all time, which would sound like praise for a VR game.
System Critical: The Race Against Time's hard.
Right. That the original one. Because PSVR 2 only has the second one. But it would sound like that's like, a cool thing about System Critical. Having played System Critical 2, which I imagine is a more polished, better version of the System Critical franchise, it's probably not the hardest VR game of all time because of like clever game design. It's probably the hardest VR game of all time because I bet he just gave the enemies 100% accuracy because he didn't know how to program like the AI to not be like super deadly. Like I don't think it's hard because of game design. Like it's not like Elden Ring hard or Dark Souls hard. It's hard like I don't know how to do AI. We're just gonna say if they see you, they shoot you.
Like Ghosts and Goblins hard, like it's stacked against you.
Yeah. Like
almost, yeah.
There's no elegance to it. There's no way to win. It's just hard because they can't really program it any different.
Yeah. You ever beat that game, Ghosts and Goblins?
Hell no. Although there was So like Ghosts and Goblins and Gauntlet are very similar games. And the people that made Helldivers 2, which I talk about nonstop, sorry, they made a Gauntlet game for the PlayStation 3. You can play it on PS4. It's so good. So good. So that's the closest I've come to beating one of those games. But no, I don't even know if you can beat Ghosts and Goblins. That game's stupid impossible. Where it says, is that the one where it says like elf needs food badly?
I don't know. I definitely have played it, but yeah, I've never come close.
Oh wait, no. I'm confused. Ghosts and Goblins is a side scroller, right?
Yeah, unlike the
That
Nintendo or Super Nintendo.
I love that game. That game is hard, but it's
Yeah,
very
that's why
fun.
I asked. Have you beat it? Yeah.
No. Absolutely. I beat it with cheats. I beat it on like an emulator where you can do a save state and then like hit F12 and go back. Super awesome game. I love the game. It's just way too hard. Did you know they made a PlayStation 2 version of that game that was like a third person action adventure? It's really fun. Called Maximo.
Well, maybe we can look at PlayStation Plus because sometimes they mainly only go back. No, they have streaming.
Oh yeah,
some of the older games.
No, they have PS2 games on there too. I think it might actually be that. You know, that would be a game that it's never going to happen, but it would be a perfect game to do like a VR hybrid thing, like Astrobot type, because that's the kind of gameplay it was, where you're like hovering over this third person guy moving around. It would be so good. Oh my goodness, I need to win the lottery so I can finance these games.
No doubt, no doubt. Number one on the list is Poop Tube VR.
Poop Tube VR, where you get eaten and you get to experience being pooped out, right? Is that what your design?
Now that I have a bidet, the experience is totally different.
That's DLC. That's DLC.
Yeah, you're like hanging there and you get sprayed with water and you're like, no, and you can't help it. You fall off. But then, you get the air dried and there's like a fart sucker. Anyhow, the whole reason I brought PlayStation Plus is because Official Mummy Cat did mention that it sucks that we got to have a PlayStation Plus to play when all the other platforms, you don't need a subscription. Well, don't worry, dog. Give it like one more month. You can play all the freaking Steam VR you want with the PSVR 2 headset. You don't need jack tits. That is correct, right? You could just automatically play with everybody now?
Yeah, so Steam is free to play online. Now, I get what they're saying. It does suck to have to pay a premium to play console games online. And it is pretty much like an artificial scarcity they've made where you have to pay this for kind of no reason. But with what you pay, they do give you free games, even on the lowest tier. One thing I will note is that because there is a value attached to playing online, people are less likely to do things like cheat and hack their system and ruin multiplayer games with mods and stuff like that, which you see in the PC ecosystem all the time, right? So like if I play Pavlov PSVR 2 online and I select only play with PSVR 2 players, I'm almost guaranteed to not be playing against people who are cheating. If I do crossplay, I don't encounter it all the time, but if a game gets enough of a population, there's going to be people cheating, and it ends up ruining the game, like wholesale. Like it becomes a thing where like you can't play the game unless you're cheating. If you have to pay money for PS Plus, these people can't gamble and just make new accounts for free. They're going to be ruining their entire, game library if they cheat and get busted by PlayStation. So there's a little bit of a value there for having to pay. It sucks, but I get it.
So that's why every time I lose in Tetris, it's always to a computer person.
Very likely. I mean, Tetris seems like a game that would be very easy to hack and cheat with on a computer. Like, you wouldn't even have to change the game code. You could probably just like run macros to like read the blocks and find the best position.
I'm telling you, some of the people I've seen on computer, I mean, touche to them, ungodly. Like, I don't even understand how. Anyhow, moving on. We have the stupid video of me cleaning the old PlayStation Move controllers. Yeah. Remember, they have the ball on top, and then I did a video about
our most viewed video of all time.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is the most viewed.
How do we not have residuals from this video? I feel like this is a video we could retire on.
It's because we don't have enough subscribers to make money. So
let that be a note to all of our fans here. Subscribe on YouTube so we can make money off that video of Adam sucking balls.
I think we're actually pretty close. I think now it's only 500 and we're at like 490 something. We don't do it for the money, folks. We do it for your pleasure. We do it for you, the people. Regardless, a man, Bicky, I'm just going to call him Bicky. He said, I thought this was going to be a how-to video. What the F just happened? That's right. You never know. I love keeping it. No one knows what's going to happen. That is what I love about us. You think we're going one way, and then we divert it. It's fantastic.
That's such a good video. The title, PlayStation Move Controllers. Clean your balls for better PSVR tracking, which is like, if you're having trouble tracking a PSVR 1, I feel bad for you because, like, if you end up in this video, like, I genuinely feel bad and I'm sorry, but it's so funny. It's so funny that, like, if you do this one simple trick and you're just like, where's the sound? I don't even have the sound.
Dude, Alex, that is our new marketing campaign. We make serious titles that are like that. Like, this one simple trick for better tracking. And then it's just something that's overly sexual. And it's something totally off the wall and not related to it at all. That's
I mean, this is related. You're sucking stuff off of a PlayStation VR Move. That's just so funny about this is, like, nobody ever has dirt. Like, that's never a problem. Dirty PSVR Move controllers. But, like, what if? How are you going to clean those bad boys? You just go hog on it.
Yeah, I like it. Okay, we got one more.
Corporate Zombie sent us an email.
No, I already covered that. Next.
You already did that? Okay. Oh, no, this is the big one. Our man, okay, sorry, I might be doxing somebody. I'm just going to call him Tom. No, we got to say the full name. He posted on YouTube with his name, Tom
It's a
Telfer.
comment under the video. I mean,
comment under the video, Tom Telfer. I'm going to just read parts of it. It's a long comment, but he said, Sony just gave you a golden opportunity for your podcast. I don't even have a PSVR, but Adam is a loose cannon, which makes him interesting, balanced by Alex, who is his handler. And he goes on to say stuff. You guys have a familiarity that makes us feel we know you guys, compared to every other generic podcast that feels generic. Your viewership numbers are languishing because of being locked into a dwindling buggy ideology. The opportunity, embrace the PC adapter and start playing those PC VR games. And better yet, UE VR games. He says a bunch of other stuff. We can't read it all, Tom. I'm sorry. Then Alex, be Alex. And Adam, be Adam with your reviews. Sorry for the rant, but I can't stand seeing wasted opportunity and talent. So, first of all, Tom, thanks for the comment. We love that people are listening to it. We have a list of questions for Tom. But before we get into that list, Adam, you have any comments on Tom's comment?
I mean, the first thing I thought about when I heard seeing wasted opportunity and talent was your mama. I mean, that's that's talent. Your mother, Alex. Your mother has some talent. Anyhow.
I thought you were gonna go with, like, wasted talent, as in, like, your mom is drunk. Like, your mom is talent and she's drunk. Anyways, go ahead.
What? No. Have you looked on the backside? Anyhow. No. Thank you, Tom. I love it. Dude doesn't even freaking have a PSVR and he listens. I am a loose cannon. That's what I love, baby. You don't know how I'm going to give it to you, but you know you're going to get it real good. And that's the way I live my life. So thank you. Appreciate it, Tom.
I appreciate the comment because Adam and I, we do this more or less just for fun. But it's nice that people enjoy it as much as we enjoy doing it. And to that end, Tom mentioned, like, he wants us to do more content. And I think some other people maybe want to. If you want more content, what is it that you want? Because Adam and I, we only have so much time. We don't want to waste our time trying to do things that people don't want to see. We also don't want to waste our time doing things that we don't want to do. But if there's something you want to see, Adam and I, maybe we can find a middle ground and get some of that stuff out there. But we want to make more content. We're busy dudes, all right? We're busy dudes. But this stuff is fun to do, and I'm glad people can enjoy it, even if they're not enjoying it for the actual reason the podcast exists, which is to, like, talk about PSVR. I don't know if that's a compliment or, like, an insult, but, like, this is a PSVR podcast, and our most adamant listeners don't have a PSVR.
I don't know, but I have a piece of content for you, Alex. Best way to insert PSVR 2 adapter into your PC. And then I cover it, but I've got, like, what should I do? A huge
condom on it.
My pants, or I have something resembling. I put a hot dog in my fly, and it's just dangling the whole time, but I never mention it. I don't broach the subject, and it's just dangling. That That's content, baby.
You never mention it. You don't mention it, but you do call attention to it the one time when it gets in the way of the cord and you have to like move it out of the way.
Yeah, just smack it.
Just lift it and move it like everybody else is dealing with this issue. Everybody else has this problem of their hot dog getting in the way of the cord and they're plugging into the PC. Yeah.
It would be, or if I have something that's really weird, like a cucumber with a condom on it, and it's like in the shot the whole time, but I don't say anything. And then people, Shirley would just comment like, "What? What is that?" Anyhow, we have a lot to. We
That's
have
the
a lot
content
of.
you're getting, Tom. Yeah,
Yeah.
Come with a condom on it. That's the content you get, Tom.
But we've got questions for you, Tom. Okay. Why did you even start listening to this podcast?
Yeah.
If you don't have a PSVR, what? How?
Yeah.
What? I don't get it.
Tom, email us back, contact@playpsvr.com. Answer these questions or we're going to kill the podcast. Number one, why did you even start listening to this podcast if you don't have a PSVR? I got to know what that's about.
Exactly.
The
next, second question I'm going to save for last because that would be a good segue.
Second question, then the second question we have here. If we give you a free Kayak VR Mirage and DLC code, will you then buy a PSVR 2 so that there's a reason for you to listen to this podcast?
We got the code locked and loaded.
We got a code. We got a code for you.
I would still give it to you, but you won't be able to use it. So I don't know how we can sweeten the deal anymore, Alex.
At that point, giving him that code, the PSVR 2 pays for itself.
It sure does. Okay. And
it's going to be funny. He gets a PSVR 2, but he doesn't have a PS5. Like that.
That would even be. Yeah, but he can still use the adapter for the PC.
But the code only works on PlayStation.
Oh,
you got a lot of stuff to buy here, Tom. If you want to keep this podcast running, all right.
And speaking of that, Alex had this good idea. How about you share the new play of the week?
Oh yeah. So listen, it's old news. Play PSVR the podcast, PSVR 1. That was the who sent us that?
Power A, baby.
Power A. That was the Power A play of the week, where Adam promised Power A that if they gave us something for free, we'd dedicate a segment to him. And so we had to.
Still using the rigs for VR, by the way.
But that's not Power A. This is Plantronics, but I am using it.
Oh, who was whoops. Okay. Whoops.
Listen, I tell everybody, Plantronics, it lasts forever because I'm still using it. This thing's worn out on the cushions. No, we're retiring the Power A play of the week because Plantronics has.
Oh, well, that's going to be our PlayStation play of the week.
PlayStation. No, sorry, you're right. PlayStation play of the week because that's still PSVR. However, Tom's reminded us that there is a new segment we will be having once the adapter comes out. So look after August 7th, you will now enjoy the Tom Telfer play of the week, where we discuss a PC game that we've played on the PSVR 2. We're being a bit gregarious, jocular here, where we're saying that, like, making jokes about Tom. Tom, we love you. This is great. This is an honor to be the Tom Telfer play of the week.
Yeah, we're legit going to have it. And it's going to come into big play because, speaking of that, I've got kind of two questions. This leads perfectly into our next topic. We're going to have to buy Steam games. And, folks, the Steam summer sale is going on. Now is a perfect opportunity to stock up on the games that you want to play in August. Don't be a sucker. Buy them now. They're slashed. And I hate when people say they slashed the price and it's like $2 off. Like, F off. Slashing price is 40% or more, or you go F yourself. These people have slashed the prices. And what we're going to do next segment is I have $100. I got paid this week. Let's effing go. We're going to go through the PlayStation sales and we're going to go through Steam. Alex is going to help me identify with $100. I am going to actually buy some games, gosh darn it. And you got to tell me what to buy, Alex. We both have a list that we're going to share. We ended up talking too long this segment to actually do it, so it's going to roll into the next segment. Also, Tom, that brings up, I'm going to have Steam games next week. I guess probably won't be until August that you're going to have your first play of the week. But I also have $100 and I want to buy some crypto stocks. What crypto stocks do I need to buy, Tom? I don't know. Help me.
Contact at playpsvr.com. Adam has $100 to invest in crypto stocks. We have no idea what to invest in on that front. So, Tom, please email us.
I don't know why you say we.
Choices.
You haven't put up anything, Alex, you freaking cheapskate. Probably
I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed as a primary investor of crypto stocks, a CEO of a crypto stock holding company. I'm not allowed to talk about crypto stocks publicly.
What are you talking about?
Just trying to absolve myself of responsibility. Adam, do you want to talk about Kayak VR Soca Valley now, or?
Yeah. So this is now probably a couple weeks old, mind you, but I hadn't played it last episode, so give me a break. So Kayak VR Mirage, game that already looked incredible. It was one of the launch titles. They had a new DLC. Wow. Soca Valley, is that how you say it? I don't know. It's
maybe Soca Valley. Yeah, Soca or Soca Valley, something like that.
It's from Slovenia, so I don't know. Wonder if their women look good. There weren't many women in the DLC. I would have loved to check them out. Maybe I could have gone Slovenian/Lebanese. Either way, again, these devs, I mean, they're good. It is a beautiful DLC. So on Steam, it's $8. I would need to double check it on PlayStation Plus how much the DLC is. You're going to get about 20 or 30 minutes of like a level. So if you go on the tour, of course, there's the tour mode in Kayak VR where you don't need to do anything. You can just look at your surroundings and it kind of moves you through the course. That's going to take you 20, 30 minutes. Then, of course, they have the racing. They've got the free paddle. That stuff is going to be at least 20 minutes for you. So a decent amount of extra content. You've got the whitewater and the town versions. So you can go, whitewater was pretty cool. It wasn't, I was thinking it was going to be like whitewater rapids. It's not rapids. I guess there's something in Soca Valley that's just the whitewater. It still is very pretty, but don't anticipate it's being like whitewater rapids like I thought it would be. But then you can also go through the town. There's, of course, also day and night. So all these permutations add to the overall time that you can spend in that level. Again, beautiful graphics, cool, like, there's fish, there's bears, there's people. Like, it's pretty neat. And this is one I actually feel like the day. Most of the levels, I like the nighttime better than the day. This one, I actually think the day was cooler. Just more to see. I don't know. It looked better. The water was incredible. How you can see the water patterns and how they run into each other and how that looks was really impressive. And you don't get that as much in the night. So, good DLC. If you already have the game, boom. I think, and you like it, this is a good game to show people the capabilities of the fidelity of the PSVR 2. Or if you just like to go in, you want 20, 30 minutes of relaxing music, you want to go zen, this is a good opportunity.
So I got a couple things. First of all, it's pronounced Socha, apparently. I Googled
Wow,
Socha.
thank you for, figured I was wrong. Or
Sacha. I wouldn't have gotten it right either. The other thing is I read that it's $8 DLC. How does $8?
It's the same even on Steam. All right. That's interesting because the game itself is only like 24. Like the game,
I mean, it's free on PlayStation Plus. The game is free on PlayStation Plus.
True.
So like,
now it is. So
this is like a third of the price of the game, but you're getting 20 minutes, 30 minutes of content. Adam, here's the thing. I really like the idea of Kayak VR Mirage, a game with high fidelity for its environments. And it's not really meant to stress you out. It's just a relaxing, enjoyable game. But I have a hard time getting myself motivated to play it ever. Is there something you could tell me that would make me want to play it? Or if not, what would you recommend the developers, add to the game to make people want to play it more? Because it seems to me like it's a beautiful waste of time.
Yeah, I see that. I think that is certainly a challenge. I will say after 20 minutes of Socha Valley, it wasn't the level, it was the concept. I was like, I'm really sick of doing this. Like, it doesn't
That's
seem like,
I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
yeah, you're right. It doesn't seem like a worthwhile endeavor. One thing I do really think they missed an opportunity on, there are animals and stuff in all the levels. If they would have gone more of the Pokemon Snap, like added another piece to the puzzle where you go and you have to be at the right time and take a picture in Socha Valley of the bear, growling up into the air or a fish jumping over a rock. That would have added replay value. That would have been, I think, a very cool aspect of the game.
That's a really good idea.
So, I mean, that's my idea. It's not a thing. So, I mean, unfortunately, don't get too hyped.
No, but yeah, they don't have that. But I'm curious. I'm more or less just curious. Like, how do you take a game that's not meant to be like an action stress game and turn it into something fun? I think you're right. For each level, it's almost like there could be like a simple checklist of like you need pictures of these things, right? And they give you a camera and you take pictures of a bear, you know, standing up
Pooping
at
in
midnight,
yeah.
a bear standing up at night, a fish jumping out of water, right? Those kind of things that one highlight the beauty of the thing that they put effort in. They put effort in the game to make that kind of stuff happen, and you're not going to pay attention to it unless you have to. So I think that's a really good idea. Nevertheless, like I still appreciate Kayak VR for what it is. Not every game has to be, Dark Souls or something, but it's just hard for me to sit down and make that the reason I'm putting on the headset. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Why are you going to play that over Runner, for example, or something like that, right? So, yeah, I definitely see it. But the beautiful thing is, if you have, well, obviously now you, unless you're Tom Telfer, you have PlayStation Plus. Get the game for free, and then check it out. I mean, I think if the way you view it is you spend $8 and you get that game and you get this DLC, you have the whole package. That's a pretty good darn deal. $8. And then honestly, if you're even a little more picky, just get the game, try it out. If you don't love it, don't spend $8 for the DLC. So,
Yeah.
did you pay for the game or did you get it on PlayStation Plus?
I bought it a while ago because I
Of
always
course.
intended to play it.
I knew
I just
it.
never. Listen, that's the thing. This is what blows my mind is people complain about the PlayStation VR2 library not being great. But this is what happens to me is I buy all these games that I really want to play. There's a lot of games I want to play, and I can't play them because more games I want to play are coming out at a faster rate than I can play the games that I have.
That's a
So
you problem.
it's partially a me problem, but like I mean, I have a low bar for what I want to play. I'll admit, but I never feel like I'm like, oh, there's nothing to play on PSVR two. That's a problem I think a lot of people have is that they expect every game to be the next God of War or the next Uncharted or something like that. When like there's a lot of great stuff in that space between.
Well, there's a lot of great stuff coming up in segment 2 of Play PSVR 2, the podcast. We're going to go over the PlayStation sales and the Steam summer sale. Find out what can I get for my $100. How is Alex going to screw me this time? There's only one way to find out. Stay tuned. We'll see you on the other side of the break. I'm a chugger.
Welcome back to Play PSVR 2, the podcast. We are here, segment 2. That's Adam's back for those watching on YouTube. We're here for segment 2 to discuss what games you need to be buying now. Adam famously has $100 this episode that he's gonna spend on games for his PSVR 2. Now that could be PlayStation price, like PlayStation games, or it could be PC games now that on August 7th the PC adapter is coming out. Adam, let's start with the PlayStation sales and just see if anything there tickles your fancy, if you can drop any of your cash from there. Does that sound good?
Yeah, baby, I love it. Remember, 100, which isn't like an insane amount of money, but I will be curious how far this gets me, and decisions will have to be made. I can't buy everything.
Do you have a spreadsheet open up or something where you can tally how much you're spending?
I'm gonna do it on my phone.
Okay, all right. Right out of the gate, Jurassic World Aftermath, 1040, no, $8.99.
Huh, right out of the gate, a big fat no.
Awesome Asteroids for $2.79.
Again, your mom has the first word and 2 letters, but no, not this game.
All? Awesome. Okay. Last Worker, $7.99.
The last
game I'd buy.
Yeah, there it is. I couldn't think of it. Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you. He's learning, folks. He's learning.
Car Mechanic Simulator VR, $10.39.
The thing is, it actually has good ratings. If you look on the PlayStation Store, it's got good ratings.
I heard that it was crazy buggy and wasn't good.
Well, I mean, I don't know if those PlayStation ratings are actually accurate or good, but
you have to own the game to leave the rating. So like maybe I don't even know. That's surprising to me.
Okay. I don't know either. They also don't tell you how many reviews there are. Maybe the developers just bought a bunch of them and rated themselves. Or regardless, I'm not buying this. No.
All right. Hello Neighbor Search and Rescue for $13.49.
I'd rather say hello to my actual neighbors during showering than play this game. Looks stupid.
During shower. When they're showering or when you're showering?
When they're showering.
Okay. Tentacular for $12.49.
I think that's a good price, but I just don't like these type of games. I know you liked it and you would pay that price, but I just don't think I can. Not with only $100.
I set the bar at like 15 or 20 for this game to be like a purchase. To me, $12.49 is an instant purchase for this game. But okay. Gazzlers for $9.99.
The name of Gazzlers just sounds like a sex act.
Right, but I don't know why. So that game is fun. $9.99 is like the perfect price for it. With the idea that like if you want to play it, that's a good price, but it should be cheaper if you like are on the fence. Operation Wolf Returns First Mission VR, $14.99.
No, I can't do it. No.
Not for Broadcast VR, $13.74.
Ooh. This is the one that looks like Night Trap, right? Or at least, I don't know anything about the game. When I read the review and I saw the cover art, it reminded me of Night Trap.
Yeah.
Dang, this one intrigued me. I'm going to write it down, but it's probably going to be pretty high on the list to be one of the first to cut if I need to. What was its official name again?
Not for Broadcast VR.
Okay. And that was just rounded up. $14? $14,
yeah.
Okay.
How about Kill It With Fire VR for $8.24?
No.
All right. I played that for Maydays. It was not bad. Journey to Foundation for $23.99. The ad is blocking the actual price of the game. That's pretty.
I know you. Journey or Foundation, whatever Foundation, I'm not buying this. I'm not doing it.
I love Foundation, but yeah, $23.99 still a lot. It's a janky game. Kazuna AI Touch the Beat, $20.99.
I like the idea that it's weird and Japanese people can get freaky sometimes, but not for that price.
How about Box to the Beat Remix VR, $12.99?
I would be much more likely to buy this if it weren't for the headset being so ungodly uncomfortable. I can't do it. And that's really the only reason I don't do this. I already sweat with it on playing Kayak VR, let alone boxing. And it's so uncomfortable. No, I can't do it. And it's not their fault. But I don't know what to tell you.
What about C Smash VRS for $12.66?
I mean, I have it, but if you don't have it, I think that's worth it. It's got
That's a good
multiplayer.
price.
It's got all the people up in there now. So I won't say you will get multiplayer, but there's a better chance. And
Well,
even
it even has like flat screen support, so like you can play against people who don't have VR.
yeah,
I hope. I
and
think.
and they have like the bots that'll play against you, and they are not easy either.
Yeah.
So yeah, with those things, and they keep updating it, man. Yeah, I mean that's a buy.
How about Drunken Bar Fight for $11.89?
I love that game, but I can't imagine paying for it again. You know,
Yeah. Well, the thing is Drunken Bar Fight is like a bad version of Paint the Town Red VR. I feel like Paint the Town Red. If you want that kind of game, Paint the Town Red is cheaper. I think it's probably around that same price, but it also has a real single player game to it as well. Shaven Stuff for $10.49.
I don't
Game
remember.
about it's brand new. It's a game about shaving. I've not heard great things.
Oh, I like shaving stuff though. It's like if I ever were to watch an ASMR thing, like shaving stuff would be high on the list. Like I don't know, dogs, trees,
Shaving. Adam wants a shaving dogs channel. That's Adam's ASMR. Is somebody shaving a
avocados,
dog?
kiwis, like that. That's a good idea. That's Tom. That's your next video. I'm gonna shave a kiwi, baby. Oh, let's go.
How about
Yes.
two MD VR Football Unleashed All Star for $10.49?
Here is going to be a running theme we're going to run into even in Steam, Alex. I cannot do it. Even if it's a good price, I cannot go back and buy a game that was on the PSVR. I won't do it. Now, I will suggest if you have not bought and played the game before that you should, but I will not buy a game that I already bought on the PSVR. That's ridiculous. I can't do it. I'm not playing 2MD. The only exceptions are one, you gave me Battlezone. I didn't buy it. To the top, I would consider it, but even that doesn't feel good. I won't do the Persistence. I won't do Resident Evil Biohazard. I can't think of a game. Maybe Wipeout if that's on the Steam store, but I can't do it. So no, I guess that's a long answer. No.
How about Runner for $10.49?
I think that's a good price for that game. It can get a little frustrating in a couple parts, and the end boss is ungodly difficult. But if you haven't played it, I think that's a good price.
How about Peaky Blinders: The King's Ransom Complete Edition for $13.99?
No, get it out of here.
How about Survivor Main VR: The Descent for $14.99?
Based on your review, heck no.
How about Zombie Bar Simulator VR $15.99?
No.
What about Cube VR for $23.99?
I kind of want to play that game, but if I've got $100, I'm sorry, I can't drop 25 on a freaking Discovery clone of Minecraft. Like,
well, it's like a really good Minecraft clone. I think that's the issue. Is like, if you like Minecraft, you're gonna love this game because it's a really good version of that. But it's all on you to make the gameplay. Yeah. How about Twilight Zone for $15.99?
This intrigued me, but I just feel like it looked like a game that is gonna be just like a tourist trap. Like they're banking on the IP, and it's actually not gonna be a good game. And so I'm probably gonna stay away.
How about Beat the Beats VR for $15.99?
Same issue. I'm not, that headset's so uncomfortable. I can't do it.
I bought it. Arizona Sunshine 2 has a permanent price drop from $49.99 down to $39.99. Are you
wow. So you can spend and waste $5 less dollars. Still a ripoff. No way.
It's a very good game in my opinion. Unplugged air guitar is down to $19.99 from $24.99.
Air guitar, I'm gonna need $12.
And then when it hits $12, you're going to need $10. When it hits $10, you're going to need $5.
Bullcrap.
And that's how this goes with you, Adam. Adam, that's it for the sales. Let's move on to the Steam sales.
So before we hop into the Steam, that is the issue, Alex. Now, I know the sales isn't the whole PlayStation VR 2 catalog.
Yeah.
There's of all those games, and we've gone through sales, I never want to buy any of them. And it's not because, in all seriousness, it's not always because they're too high. It's that they aren't worth what the price is, whether they're cheap or not. That's my problem. There are no games I look at the PlayStation Store and say, I want that, right? That's the problem I have. And you're right. Maybe it's more of a VR problem and not only a Sony problem. But regardless, that's my issue. But now we're going to Steam. That's going to inject some life. I immediately have identified probably at least 8 games. I'm like, I'm probably going to buy these unless you tell me, maybe you shouldn't. You want me to start with my list?
Yeah, I'm really interested in your list because so what we did is Adam and I each went, Steam has its summer sale. That's why we're doing this now, right? This is limited time stuff. You got to get these games now before
July 11th. That is your last time.
Yeah, so we gave you some good time, but we went through the list to get these games now so we're ready for the PC adapter to come out. And Adam, I'm really interested because I know a lot of these games that have come out. I keep track of this stuff, but you might be your first time encountering some of these games. So I'm intrigued to see what games made your list. So let's go through your list first, Adam. I'll give you commentary on them if you like.
So let's just get it out of the way. I'm so sick of hearing about this game, and I swear if it's not incredible, I'm going to kill somebody. But I won't kill you as bad as Legendary Tales because Half-Life Alyx is only $21. First game, have to buy it, right? I've never played it. I don't know what it's about. I know nothing about it. I just keep getting told, everyone freaking loves it. It better blow my nips off. Okay, folks? Half-Life Alyx, #1. There you go. Get it over with.
So I want to say something. So Half-Life Alyx is, Half-Life is one of the most revered gaming franchises ever. And we waited for so long to get a follow-up to Half-Life 2, and it came out in the form of Half-Life Alyx, a VR-only Half-Life game. That's why it's really important. Now, you play the game. I think it's probably, I've beaten the game. It's about 6 to 8 hours long, so nothing incredibly lengthy. But that's about in line with what Half-Life 1 and Half-Life 2 were when you played it. But I will say that the thing about the game is that all of the polish and cleverness and beauty that Half-Life 1 and Half-Life 2 had, Half-Life Alyx also has. So they took this almost perfect first-person shooter game model and made it in VR. It's a spectacular game. $20 is a steal for the quality you're getting here. So I'm looking forward to you playing it.
That's a good point, too. Remember, Alex, I talked about prices that were slashed. All of my games, minimum 40% off. That's what I mean by slash. Don't give me this 5-10% off bullcrap. I am here to maximize my $100, baby. Sometimes, that's what you got to do. Tough decisions being made. Half-Life Alyx is #1.
Yeah.
Also, I noticed, I'm assuming, Alex, on Steam, there are games VR only, and then there's games that are VR supported. So I assume that just means there's also a flat version, but you can do VR when it says VR supported, correct?
Yeah, I think that's what that means. Yeah.
Okay. So next I've got Hitman World of Assassination, $2.99.
So this game came out on PSVR 1. You can play it on PSVR 1. You can play the DualShock.
But I did not, so that's
okay.
why I'm willing to buy it.
Now, here's my warning to you, Adam, is that I hear this game is notorious for being bad on PC. The developers stopped supporting the VR implementation of it. That being said, for $3, you might be able to look past a lot of issues. If you get one good level out of the game for $3, it's worth it because Hitman's a great video game franchise. Now, my other concern is that this game used to be Hitman 3. They changed it to World of Assassination. I wonder if it's so cheap because they expect you to buy the extra levels, because this is what they kind of did was they released the levels as like a drip feed. So either way, $3, you kind of can't go wrong. I enjoyed
It's a
it on
great
PSVR 1.
idea
Yeah.
for a VR game, right?
Yeah.
Incredible. So you're right. I'll do some research. But again, you're right. $3.
You can't go wrong. Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, I mean,
if you get 30 minutes of fun out of it, you've like exceeded.
I spent
your
just
cost.
as much on my gamer juice tonight as that game. You know.
Yeah.
It's like, next, don't know anything about it. Escape Simulator, but I like escape rooms. Something different. I've never seen this before. I feel like for $11.99, something I would maybe be down for. Now, would this be maybe one of the first ones I cut if we start having to make hard decisions? Yeah. But that's where I'm at. I think it sounds cool. I don't know if it's any good. Didn't look up reviews. Don't know anything about it. But like I said, 40% off. It's $12. I'm going to roll with it. And then some of these I'm not going to buy, but I recommend for the listeners. Trover Saves the Universe. If you didn't play that on PSVR 1, real good game. I really like it. I think it's funny. I think it's original. It's unique. It's in PSVR, everything worked well. Steam, it's $7.49. A steal. You got to buy that. You got to play that. That's a good price. Good game.
I'd pay that for it. It's a really good game, and that's a great price for it. Yeah, and it's one of the games that makes me excited about the PC adapter. If I could only play PSVR 1 games with this PC adapter, that's one of the games I'd be happy about. Yeah.
Well, next I've got I Expect You to Die 3. So I've played I Expect You to Die, and is the second one, was that on PSVR?
It was not. Yeah.
Okay. So I played the first one. I liked it. I don't think I liked it as much as a lot of people, but I still did like it. And this one, it's at $16. This is probably honestly going to be the first one. If you come up with games and I'm going to have to cut a game, this honestly is probably going to be the first one. I feel like that still is a decent price for a game that I think I'll like, but might not love. But for now, that's what's on my list. Townsman VR for $9.42. I got it on sale on Playstation Store for $20, and I was pretty happy with myself. This freaking game, $10, a steal. Alex, you need to buy this. The game's good. It's fun. It's cool. You've got miniatures, a little bit of strategy involved, little bit. It's a fun game. So again, I'm not gonna buy this because I already have it, but that's pretty cool. I like to see.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was surprised to see how much overlap there was. I don't know why. Of course,
I was surprised too, and I keep track of this stuff, and I was kind of surprised how many PSVR games we could find on the store.
Doom VFR, another game I'm probably not gonna buy because I bought it on PSVR. I loved it. I streamed it all the time. Great game for a speed run. Fun game. It's $3.74. That is a must play. So again, on PSVR, it worked really well. PCVR, I don't know.
So one thing I'll note is that I've encountered this with a handful of games I've played on PC and PSVR 1, is that you sometimes play a game that's on PC VR, and it's markedly different than the PSVR version. One example is Transpose. Was kind of a different game, different levels, different presentation than it was on PSVR. It could be that Doom VFR, remember Doom VFR had the broken control scheme for the Move controllers, but on PC, the two-handed control scheme was fine. So, that's a situation where, I'm kind of excited to play it on PC. I can play with two hands. On PSVR, you had to use the DualSense or DualShock or the aim controller. Here, I can actually get a two-handed version of the game that's not busted entirely because there's no analog stick. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. Next, I've got, and this maybe I should have moved one of these up. You had me play Serious Sam on the Stadia.
Yeah.
Garbage. Hot trash. Game was atrociously bad.
You are hot trash.
But admittedly, some of that I think it was maybe because I was playing on PC, which I despise. I hate everything about it. So in VR, I think it has a chance. there is the Serious Sam The Last Hope for $449 or the Serious Sam VR bundle for $836. I'm going to assume the bundle probably has The Last Hope in it. So I think this has a chance. You're going to get a lot of games. $8 is cheap. Originally, it's $100. This is a 92% discount. Now, yes, did the game come out in 2017? Sure. But I still think for $9, it's worth a flyer, right? You're going to get a lot of games. It wasn't the concept I didn't like in the Stadia. It was that the game was too hard, and part of that was the computer controls. You eliminate that, I think I could have a good time with this. I think this is probably one you were going to be happy I have on here, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'll admit it. I have it on my list too. I've played probably 3 out of the 5 Serious Sam VR games. They're super fun. I mean, Serious Sam's simple, right? It's a boomer shooting. You run around, enemies appear, you shoot them with your gun. You get big guns, you shoot a bunch of enemies, but it works so well in VR. They've made it work really, really well. These developers are no joke in terms of making their games fun in VR. And I'm very disappointed that they never came to PC or PSVR. But I'm happy they're PC VR. I can play them on my PSVR 2 headset. I love these games in VR. And $8 for all of them, $9 for all of them. That's an insanely high value. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great deal.
So then we've got Battlezone. That's the one game I said I would buy. You got it for me, so I'm not going to add it to my list. But for those of you, I mean, this is, in my opinion, we love this game. For me, it's an absolute must buy. It's 90% off. It's freaking less than $4.
Basically, you pay $3.84. You're going to play with Adam and Alex. You let us know you got it. We'll figure out a way. We're going to play with you.
That's right. Next, I've got Half-Life Alyx Final Hours. I'm assuming some type of DLC. I'm going to play the main game. Might as well play this too, right?
I don't know. I think it might just be like a documentary or something. I don't know what this is. So
why would it be called Final Hours and it be a documentary? I don't know. What do
I have no idea. I have no idea what it is.
It's like just the final hours before it goes live, and everyone's just sitting there.
Yeah, like the final hours of them finishing development, right?
That would be
Half-Life
actually pretty
Alyx
funny.
Final Hours. I'm looking up the Googling it. It's a video game. Yeah, what is it?
I'll still pay $2. I don't know.
Oh, it's an interactive storybook written by Jeff Keighley of Gamescom and Game Awards fame.
Okay. What's that? Okay, then I'm gonna take F that. Then
it's like a documentary. Yeah, don't worry about
that. Then the last one isn't something I'm gonna buy, but a recommendation: Table of Tales, The Crooked Crown. Great game on the PSVR. I really enjoyed it. It makes Demio look like a little biatch. I'll
probably buy that game. I'll probably buy that game because I want to play Table of Tales. I don't want to hook up my PSVR 1. I'll pay $5 not to hook up my PSVR 1. That sounds great.
And I promise you are gonna like it, Alex. It's not as long as Demio. It has an actual story. It is intriguing. It's good. I would be tempted to buy it again, but again, I can't bring myself to spend $6 is not much. Anyhow, that's my list. For the viewers, that's what I'm going for. Let me count up how much 14, 21, 38, 50. So I have $75 right here. So I either got to kick some games out or your stuff better come. You either can convince me $25 or I got to kick something out here. So let's bring it on.
All right. So I have about 20 games I'm going to present here. These are recommendations for me, but also Adam, if a game piques your interest, then you can throw it onto your list.
Wait, so this isn't about me?
This is about you. These are games that I thought about you. Like you should probably get these games, but there's no way you're going to buy all of them. So let's start. Honorable mentions at the top. Honorable mentions are games that are not officially VR games, but I know there's mods that you can install on PC and play them in VR. Risk of Rain 2 is a PC game that I love. And in VR, not only is it fun because it's in VR, it's better because you can independently aim your 2 weapons. So if you have 2 machine guns, you can aim them at different enemies at the same time. It's a roguelike game. It's super fun. The VR mod is super easy to implement, and it's it works flawlessly. Beautiful game. That's on sale. I forget the price. I put the price for that one. Also, Outer Wilds. That has one of the best VR
F
mods
you.
ever.
F you.
I just have to mention it, okay? Shut up, Adam. Okay, Adam. First game on the list. One of the most celebrated games of recent memory, Subnautica. It's a survival game, underwater survival game on PC. So it's on PS5 and everything else. On PC, it has VR support. It is on sale from $30 down to $9.89. One of the most, it's a game of the year type game for a lot of people. Underwater open world survival crafting game. That's one recommendation. I'm going to be buying it to play it in VR. But maybe you won't. Okay. All right, Adam, moving on. This one's special because there's no way in hell it would ever get VR support outside of the PC VR. Microsoft Flight Simulator. So this is a game where you can fly various planes over geographically accurate scapes in VR, $30. I've seen footage of this. It looks incredible. The graphics are amazing. Now, you might be limited by the strength of your PC, but if you like flying airplanes realistically, this is the game. $30 is a hell of a price to be able to fly almost any airplane, almost anywhere you want.
I mean, my thought here is one, if you have a flight stick, that dramatically should make you more interested. I think it would be cool. I think it would be even cooler to someone visits and you're like, hey, try VR. You put them in that.
Yeah.
I think that could blow their mind. But for me, I don't have a flight stick. And I got $100, dude. A third of my budget going to that seems unrealistic.
Hey, I get it. And it's kind of a question mark too, right? Like it's a simulator. It's not like a game. It's a simulator.
Yeah.
Adam, I think this is one you need to get. This is the Valve Complete Pack. So they always do this when they have big sales. They take all their games. Valve puts all their games in a bundle and sells it for $14.79. Now, the real reason I want you to get this, and it's kind of an honorable mention, is it's going to include Half-Life 1, and it's going to include Half-Life 2, and Half-Life 2 Episode 1, and Half-Life 2 Episode 2. And those games have amazing VR mods that make the games worth playing. It's a 90% discount, Adam. That's again a set that's normally $145 down to $14, and you can play the most amazing first-person shooters in VR. It's well worth it. So I have the games already. I've played them in VR. They're incredible in VR. So very good price for those. Next one is Elite Dangerous. This is a space sim, so flying around in space, doing jobs, open world game. It's on PlayStation 5. Not VR support on PlayStation, but on PC, it's got great VR support. $5.99 to fly around space, doing jobs, doing dog fighting, stuff like that. Any excitement there? $5, $6?
Yeah.
All right, let's move quick, Adam. Project Wingman. Now, this is actually the full game in VR, not what's on PSVR 2 for $12.49. If you liked Ace Combat, if you liked what you got in the Ace Combat,
but you know I didn't.
Okay, then I'm getting it. I already actually have it, but that's a great deal for it. Moving on, Super Hot VR. You're not going to buy it again, but $10 if you don't have a PSVR 1, you got it now.
Yeah.
Adam, you put I Expect You to Die. They have the trilogy for sale for $40.29. That's 1, 2, and 3. All three of them in a bundle.
I saw that. Too expensive. No way.
Okay, I get it. Megaton Rainfall. I have it. I recommend it to people who didn't play it on PSVR 1. $5.91. Adam, you're not going to do it. Adam, you're also going to say no to this. Vertigo Remastered for $11.45.
Is anything like Vertigo 2 garbage?
Okay, I'll move on. The Thrill of the Fight VR. And I hate to admit this. This is the best boxing game in VR. It's the most realistic. It's the best workout you can get. It is boxing in VR. And I've played it, and it is boxing in VR. $7.99.
I'll consider this. The issue is our headset, man. That's the problem.
The comfort, I get it. The comfort. Adam, you're not going to do it, but you should. And everybody listening should. Stunt Kite Masters VR for 99 cents. For 99 cents, I will be able to play Stunt Kite Masters VR on my PlayStation VR 2 headset. This is the greatest thing to happen this generation of gaming. Are you going to get it? It's $1. It is 1% of your allocated budget.
No, I'm still not going to waste that.
The original price is $4.
Yeah, get
uh,
that out of here.
I don't know if you'd get into this, Adam. Electronauts is a game I really liked on PSVR 1. It's on PC VR. It's $2.99. Now, if you can get yourself excited about making music as opposed to playing games where the music comes at you, it's a really fun game. $2 for a music making game. That's a good deal. I'm gonna get it. What about you?
That one $3. Yeah, throw it at it. That's
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Next one, you already kind of mentioned it. To the Top, $5, and you'll be able to play To the Top.
Incredible price. Gosh.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't look. I need to look to see if To the Top 2, which is a game, it's on the App Lab and Quest. Is that available on PC? Because if so,
I'll pay
we'll be
full
playing.
price. I will
Yeah.
pay twice the full price.
Yeah, To the Top 2, Steam. Let's see if it came out. This is one of those things where it got destroyed by Quest because Quest refused to put it on the store. So now that makes me mad at Quest. Okay, I'm gonna get that, but I hope for the second one at some point. You already mentioned the Serious Sam bundle. What you might not know is that those developers made a very popular puzzle game called the Talos Principle. It's in VR and it's $8.99. Yeah, it's a very celebrated puzzle game. I'm gonna get it. I don't know if you should get it if you like puzzle games, but it's a good one in VR. Another one here, Space Pirate Trainer. Did you ever play that on PSVR 1?
I didn't because it didn't really seem like a game that was me. Plus, you reviewed it, so I was like, I don't need to.
I freaking loved it, and I don't know why, because it's a wave shooter.
Yeah,
it's really, really good. I'm looking forward to playing it again with better tracking. So it's $7.49. Next one, this is a boomer shooter. It's like old school Doom, but in VR. Amid Evil is $12.48. You interested?
maybe. I gotta see what it looks like.
Watch some footage, but it looks pretty fun. And now my last game, Adam, for $4.99, we have Femdom Wife Game Zoe.
I'm in. $4. Yeah.
$4.99. Femdom. That is something to note, Adam. A lot of porno games on VR on Steam. Read the reviews first. Find out if you get the con. I don't know too much about it. The thumbnail is a woman leaning back with her legs spread wide apart, but the thumbnail stops just before it gets interesting. It says sexual content, nudity, and NSFW. Adam, I'll just let you know, if you do buy this game, you can turn on privacy settings so nobody knows that you have this game. So it's up to you.
Wowzers. Yeah.
Up to you if you want to play Femdom.
I didn't realize that was actually a legit porn game.
Femdom Wife Game Zoe for
weird.
$4.99.
Okay, weird. All right. So that has put me at 15. Uh-oh, I'm over. Not by much. If I do not, let's see. Doop, 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 doop. Doop, 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 doop. So right now, if I don't buy Subnautica, I am at $105.
So Subnautica is a game you kick off the list in favor of the other crap that you picked?
Maybe not, right? Maybe not. Do I do... Maybe I kick out I Expect You to Die. That saves me $16.
I say kick out Escape Simulator. That game sounds too generic to actually be good. $11. It's only $19 normal price, so it's like you're not missing out on much.
It's not bad. That's not bad.
I Expect You to Die is effectively an escape simulator. That's a better escape simulator than Escape Simulator.
You might be, and then that would put me at 100.
Yeah. And I say you can wait on Subnautica. It's not everybody's cup of tea.
I have $100. I got to spend it now, or I may never.
I mean, if you have room for Subnautica, then I'd throw it in there.
Yeah, if I take out Escape Room Simulator, I've got room.
Yeah, I mean, Thrill of the Fight. You're not going to.
So there we go. That's what we got, folks, for $100. Not for broadcast VR on Sony PlayStation. Half-Life Alyx, Hitman: World of Assassination, I Expect You to Die, Serious Sam VR bundle, Subnautica, Valve Complete Pack, Thrill of the Fight, Electronauts, and To the Top.
That's a hell of a library you're coming out of the gates with. And I can't wait to talk to you about these games, Adam. Let me know how I can help you get the mods installed for the Valve.
Yes, that's just what I hate. Look, if I bought it on PlayStation, I don't have to do anything. Here, I got to do mods. I don't even know what a mod is.
You just download something and install it, and you're good to go. Don't worry,
I will help you. And then I get virus stuff on my computer.
And then you're stuck every time you open your computer. Femdom Zoe comes up first. You're trying to work with your coworkers at work. Do a Zoom call, but Femdom Zoe always joins the Zoom call. You don't know how to kick her out of the Zoom call. It's you, your boss, and Femdom Zoe, and you tell them, "Shut up, Femdom Zoe's here."
Yeah.
Me, you, and her, boss.
Dude, I can't believe we still didn't get through the whole episode. We still had stuff to talk about. I guess we'll push it to next time.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. Well, quick airing of grievances, and I'll take us out, Adam. Freaking Android Central posting that thing saying, PSVR's making deep cuts. They're not making any games. They're not making any more games. So you got only 2 games in development. Guess what? They thought there were no games in development. You just confirmed 2 games are in development if you actually confirmed anything at all. Here's the deal, Adam. What made me so pissed about this was that some jagoff posted some article on their Android website. This is some jagoff who runs a Quest podcast saying, "Oh, I actually have inside information. My uncle works for Sony VR, and he says that they're doing deep cuts to VR." Sourced nobody, cited nobody, and every single freaking outlet reposted his BS as if it was legitimate journalism. And now it created this narrative that Sony's created these deep cuts. Then the Upload VR showcase comes out, and you know what happens? There's a game announced for the PSVR called Deep Cuts. This SOB heard that there was deep cuts for PSVR, and he thought it meant they were pulling the plug in PSVR. No, it's a game called Deep Cuts. Got announced for PSVR.
That's actually hilarious.
I can't make this crap up. Anyways, we're running out of time. That is it for Play PSVR 2, the podcast, episode 151. Tom Telfer, send us an email. We want to answer the questions we sent you. If you guys want more content, let us know, but you can really let us know by leaving a comment on YouTube. We are Gaming is in Session, or email us at contact@playpsvr.com, or leave us, well, that's it. That's what we got. Love you so much. Hope you have a wonderful day. Play PSVR 2. Virtual reality is our reality.
Blammo!